Hello and welcome back to the Apocalypse. My name's Vormithrax, or Vorm, and this is episode number 46 of our Let's Play for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. And this episode, we're going to get out of the base. We're going to do a little bit of wandering around, and here is why. Last episode, we did a whole lot of book learning, so we just sat here in the base and basically did nothing but eat, read, and sleep for a week, I think it was. Something like that. So we got a whole bunch of skill up done, which I was very happy with, but there's a couple we couldn't raise directly, mechanics being the main one. And in combination with wanting to raise mechanics skill, there's actually some materials that we need to gather that I think will raise mechanics and move us one step closer to my next goal. So what do I mean by that? Well, in our traveling around during the last couple of episodes, we had brought back some really good things that made me happy. The makeshift welder is what we had before, but we got a full welder as well as an acetylene torch. We got a UPS, also very important. And we got a swage and die set, some metal tongs, a kinetic bullet puller, hand press and die set. So these are all really good items that you need for a full-on workshop. So if we're going to start working with metal and devices like that, we need a lot of these things. Now we are still missing a couple of crucial items for us to be able to manufacture and work with metal. So here's what we're missing. If I go to the construction menu or crafting menu, and we go to, for example, let's go to the other tab, and then tools. So we got a lot of things here we can already make. All of these ones that are lit up, we've got the tools, the skills, and the raw materials already for. But if I scroll down to the darker gray section, pair of bolt cutters, for example, it's a good example. Right here, in red, we need an anvil, and we need either a crucible or a clay crucible. So you're going to see these crop up constantly in all of these various items down below. So anything pretty much that has to do with making metal or working with metal, we're going to be requiring an anvil or a crucible. So in order to solve this problem, we're going to build an anvil and a crucible. So how do you do that? Well, what you do is you search for anvil and you find out. In order to build an anvil, we need a crucible. Okay. So it's also going to require the raw materials listed down here that we don't have. So the thing we're going to go after is steel frames. Heavy-duty frames, we found a few vehicles that have heavy-duty frames, but they're a little harder to get a hold of. So we're going to be on the lookout for either chunks, lumps of steel, or steel frames. So that's going to be the first thing. And then to do the crucible, right here, all we need is one steel frame. So a single steel frame, we can build our crucible, and then using the crucible and the other raw materials, we can build the anvil, and then between those two plus the other items we've accumulated, we'll have just about everything we need to do any kind of manufacturing and fabbing that we need to in our base. We still have a power problem in regards to how do we supply enough juice to the welders and things like that, but that's going to take care of itself over time. So I'll show you a few ways that we can manage that problem. So for the moment, what I would like to do is I'm going to just grab the cart, and we're going to leave the car. We're not going to leave the car at home. We're going to jump in the car. We're going to go down the road here, and we know most of this end of town is clear, so there shouldn't be too much danger. I'm going to hit the power station here real quick and go check. We had disassembled something for an example once, and I want to go back and look what materials popped out and see what else we can disassemble in there, and also check what skill ups we might be able to get by doing so. Depending on what the results are there, we're also going to look for some vehicles that we can tear down. So I know for certain we can get frames out of vehicles, and depending on the type of vehicle, there's different frames available. So will just depend on which vehicles we find over here. I can't remember which ones are laying around. Alright, so we've got to make sure that we've got a few things. We're going to hold off on that for a sec. What have I got in here? I can't remember what tools and basics I left. So we've got sledgehammer's not going to help. Alright, I don't have any of my tools up there right now, so we need to grab everything we plan to take with us that we're going to need. So we're going to need the toolbox. We're going to possibly need the welder. Maybe the acetylene torch as well. We probably better use the advanced inventory for this. So let's grab the cart, bring it over. Alright, so here we're going to go tools, here we're going to go our cart. No, we're going to go our grabbed cart. Alright, so I want the torch. I want none of that. Nope. Makeshift welder I'm going to need. I shouldn't need the metal tongs. Maybe. I doubt we'll need the soldering iron, but we'll take it just in case. Those we don't need. I think that's mainly it. The welder and the torch are the primary things that could possibly come into play. We definitely need the toolbox. And I think that's all I'm going to worry about from that pile. Alright, so we're also going to find batteries, and we're going to take 500 batteries with us. Alright. I think that'll do it. What else did I have up here? I've got some water. Alright, so let's just drop this stuff into there. Alright, my personal inventory, we've got our spear, our sticks. We've got our weapons strapped to us. I need to remember to reload the weapons. Looks like a bunch of them are low on ammo. And I don't have... I've got the duffel bag on. Got to remember to take that off if we run into anything as well. Alright, so let's grab... 10 sausages should be plenty. And a large water skin. Alright, so we got food and water. Don't think we need anything else really. Let's do it. So we'll collapse our cart. Alright. I think we're good to go there. So I got 760 charcoal ready to go. Those logs aren't providing nearly the amount of charcoal I thought they would. I might switch to heavy branches and see how much I get out of those, because for the effort it takes to get those logs, I just don't think that charcoal amount's worth it. Alright, wield... Let's not wield it quite yet, so... Alright, inventory, Mossberg. I need to wield this thing to fast load it. So, wield the Mossberg. Alright, Mossberg's reloaded. Let's now wield the battle rifle. Wear that. Reload. Right there. Nope, I don't want to do that. I think I need to reload it from the back of the car. I think I've got all my ammo over there. Alright, so it's reloaded. So we'll wear that. Alright, I think we're going to call it good. So let's get moving. Close the doors here. And the vehicle's in pretty good shape. We've still got like 75 fuel, so I don't need to worry there. So let's just get moving here. Alright, I'm going to pull to a halt right here. We've got vehicles just south of us as well as the electrical place right north of us there. Okay, get items. Get Cartsy out first. Oops. Get items. Alright. So from there, into Cartsy, I want that. We'll hold off on the torch unless it becomes required. We'll go ahead and bring the batteries though. Yeah, we'll hold off on the rest of that. Alright, let's make sure we do have a weapon just in case. Alright, let's go do some testing in here real quick. So, last time we were here, we took this apart, so it's giving ceramic shards, sheet metals, lots of scrap metal. It does have some chunks of steel, plus the power converters. So I needed a power converter for another item that we need to make. So if I bring the list back up, the other thing I need to make sure we make is an electric forge. And you can see here we need 8 heating elements, and there's a power converter near us. That's the only reason these are lit up right now, is because we have all these raw materials we're standing next to. But we do need to make sure we grab some heating elements as well. So this electric forge is the other critical thing we don't have yet. So we need the crucible, the anvil, and the electric forge. So I'm trying to make sure we get all the requirements for those. So let's bring up the advanced inventory. And let's just grab it all. Volume's kind of high, but we'll grab it. Alright, so what I'm curious about next is taking any of this stuff apart going to raise our skill in any way? So I'm looking at mechanics. We're at 2% progress currently. I don't think it would take anything else. Fab and electronics are both 0% currently. Those are the only things possible I think that might raise, if anything. So I want to see if taking something apart is going to give us any mechanic skill. So we're going to do Shift 8, deconstruct, whatever this is next to us. Alright, potential transformer. And let's take a look. Only 2%, no changes there. So we didn't get any kind of skill up from that activity. So I don't think deconstructing actually is going to give us any kind of a skill up. So we got more components, more chunks of steel, more scrap metal. So this is all good material. So we'll grab it, but it's not... It doesn't have any frames. So what else we got here? Current transformer, disconnect switch, switch gear. I have no idea if these have variable materials and what might be good versus bad to try to disassemble. We'll do one more. Yeah, it says down here, this task is too simple to train your fabrication beyond 6. So part of the problem is we've got a fairly high fabrication skill. This kind of simple disassembly is just not going to raise that skill. Alright, this had quite a few different items though. Electronic scraps, LCD screens, RAM. Alright. We're gonna grab it. Oh, cart's full. Alright. I think that's all we'll do in here for the moment. That answered a few of my questions, and now we know just what kind of stuff is available there. Alright, so... No, I don't want to keep any of this stuff, so... But this I want to go here. And the rest of it can go here. Alright, so got that loaded up. We'll just leave that there for now. We've got a car right down here. Alright, let's take a look at this vehicle. So, this is a hippie van, and what we want to find out, I don't know when it just says frame, if that's steel frame, iron frame, I'm not sure, I can't remember. So we're going to take this apart. So I'm going to start right here. So you have to do it from basically, essentially the outside in or the top down type of situation. So if we try to remove something, we got to remove the door and the roof before we can remove the frame, essentially. You'll notice here it says remove attached parts first. So you've got to remove the stuff that's attached to the frame. So we're going to do that by taking the door off. Only takes Mechanics 2, and Mechanics 1, so we're not going to get much in the way of skill, if anything, from taking this particular thing apart. Then we'll remove the roof, and then we'll remove the frame, but I'm going to stand over here so I have that item drop at my feet in a new location. So right there, remove frame. Alright, so what frame did we get? We got a steel frame, so that's what I needed. I need 6 of these. I need 5 steel frames to make the crucible and anvil. And then for the forge, we've got the power converters. I just need enough heating elements. So we're going to hit a house and grab some heating elements, and that should take care of it. Alright, but we're going to need lots more frames. Now these things are fairly heavy, so 44 pounds and 15 volume for that one steel frame. So let's go ahead and examine this vehicle again, and we're just going to keep tearing it apart. So we'll move down to the next spot, take it apart. And this is taking time, so I probably didn't bring enough food and water for this kind of extended deconstruction. Let's go ahead and pick some stuff up. Bring it back here. Probably best if I move the car down there at this point. But we'll unload this first. So, cart to that location. Alright. Alright, so let's take a hit of water, more 4, and have some sausage. I definitely did not bring enough food. I forgot how long it takes to disassemble stuff. And we've already got the tired status hitting. We're going to do this a little differently this time, I think. I can actually position this better. Now let's take a look at this real quick. What can we get off of this? So, car battery, diesel engine. I think it's standard frame again, though. So it's just going to be the steel frame. Wonder what a roller drum just disassembles into. Not sure, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to stay focused and just get the stuff done that we need done. So I'm going to put this into reverse. Sure I don't tilt the wrong direction here. Back into forward. And back into reverse. Alright. Close enough. 6. Stop driving. So I did this so that I can just disassemble the car here, and then with just a couple of advanced inventory commands I can just shuffle the inventory straight up there without having to deal with putting it in the cart. Oops. Like so. So I can just use the advanced inventory and shuffle the items right back into the car. I guess I could back up one more space and do it in one. Yeah, might as well do it right. Alright. Okay, now... Yeah, Now I'll be able to do it in one movement. So we're going to examine the car, and where were we? We were just working our way down the side here. So take off the door. It's the frames that are taking a long time. And the raw materials usually will drop right where you're standing when you disassemble things. So it doesn't matter which part of the car you're working on, you just have to be adjacent to a section of it in order to interact with it, and then you can pull parts off even if you're standing at one end but you're working on the other end. The parts will always appear right below your feet. Alright, so we got that vertical side done. Go ahead and take this off pretty easily. Alright, and what we got so far? So we got 2, 3, 4 frames in there, and how many on the ground? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So that should be enough just to get those items made. Now I'm going to need a ton more of these for the actual building of our network inside of our base. So I'll think about that for another time, though. I think this will give us enough for what we're trying to do right now. So we'll do advanced inventory, and oops, I want that to be just this location. I want over here to be right there. Alright, so let's examine vehicle. Alright, so it's at 200 out of 250 cargo space. I'm very hungry, very thirsty, and tired. Let's go ahead and partake of some sausage and some water. Alright. Tempted to grab some more, but I need to grab some heating elements, and that will give me everything I need to build the few items that I wanted to get built. So we'll worry about grabbing more off of this for our network building later. I just want to get these basic tools built this time. Alright. So let's bring the map up. I need to get down to here, basically. I think... Well, actually I can hit these houses over here. Let's... For what I need, I'm just going to run up there. I don't need the carrying capacity for just some heating elements, so I just need to hit a few stoves, and it'll give me everything I need. So, could be a house here. And I'm just going to smash my way in. I've already cleared everything, so I don't expect too much in the way of danger in this area. Where are you at, kitchen? There we go. Alright, smash this up. And where's my heating elements? There we go, 2 of them. That's not going to be quite enough, I don't think. I can't remember how many I had in my inventory at the base. But that's all that's going to be in this building, so we'll run up north. Naturally. Alright, that's 4. Might as well grab this stuff while I'm here. I got the carrying space. Grab it all. Alright, I think I have enough now. I sure hope so. I'll have to make one more trip if I don't. But, oh well. I got one more house nearby. We'll hit it real quick, and then I know we're done. Oh, only one heating element that time. Alright, that's too heavy. We're going to leave that there. Alright. Hopefully I've got just a couple of those heating elements back at the base. I know I picked some up before, I just couldn't remember how many. I didn't have a full 8. That's that garage. Alright, so, whoops, I went too far south. Oops. That's the car I took apart. Okay. And we'll turn the headlights back on. Okay, close enough. Oh, it did pick it up. I keep thinking it didn't pick it up, but it's just too heavy. Alright. I'm going to leave the tools in there for the... No, actually, I'll probably need these for what we're about to do. Might need the toolbox. Alright, so we'll leave that. And we'll grab as much of this as we can carry, which won't be much. Alright, I think I'm gonna call the episode here. We didn't get too much excitement or exciting things done, but we got the raw materials that we're gonna need. I'm gonna save the actual building of things for the next episode because it's gonna take just a bit of time. But I think we've got all the raw materials we need to get the crucible, the anvil, and the electric forge built. And those are the last critical kind of linchpin items that we need for real fabrication and mechanic work here in our shop. So after this, in future episodes, we'll just grab some more frames so we can get some basic things laid down for the beginnings of our workshop. That's the thing I want to make sure I cover in this tutorial series so people kind of get an idea how that works and what kind of tools, materials, and skills that you need to have in order to start working on that kind of thing. And this is important especially if you're planning on doing kind of an apocalypse deathmobile type of gameplay. So you need to have these kinds of tools and items available. So that'll be for the next episode as usual. I hope you're enjoying the episodes and the series, and look forward to seeing you in the future. Do take advantage of the like, comment, and subscribe options, or hit me up on my Discord channel, and I'll be happy to chat with you about any game-related stuff. So, see you then. Have a good day. Bye-bye.